un-Name-like, so not expecting it to happen. Again, as you mentioned, first locks on Jinx, that's a massive deal. And let's see if they can bring it back. Already we're into pick and bans. Ulu and Thresh being taken away by WE. Nidalee and Rek'Sai this time, hitting Spirit's champion pool. Much better decision.
Yeah, of course, taking away those two massive junglers here as well. And World Elite now looking to try and make this 3 extra points for them in the bag. And they really need this. If they want to get into playoff contention, they have to get a win here.
Yeah, even if they just want to avoid relegation, they need to get a win. They really need to start moving up into that 9th and possibly even the 8th spot, as we see the Maokai being banned away. So they might be looking for a first pick Sion here. And a lot of actually, no, Korn banning that one. So
yeah, interesting.
Crazy
not banning
stuff.
the Ahri here as well.
Not banning the Diana.
There is not a lot of banning going on. Actually, there is. There are 6 bans, and there are 6 bans in every single game. But of course, taking away the Maokai, taking away the LeBlanc and the Rek'Sai here this game, left a lot of room. World Elite sort of picking through the amount of power picks that they could opt into. And Gia and Korn have a lot of options now. The Ahri and the Diana both available. The Victor anyone could go back to at the same time. But of course, Ahri, not a great matchup for Victor.
Yeah, I think it will be left a little bit longer. Actually, no. Take that back. I thought they were going to go for the Sion. Try and force Aluka onto something different because of Maokai is banned away. Maybe force him onto the Hecarim. Something along those lines. But it has been locked in as Ahri, and Insect taking a very long, hard look at Rengar.
Yeah, he's definitely staring down his PC right now. Is going to decide that Rengar is going to be the option here as Spirit and Gia now get their chance to answer. And Spirit thinking about the Lee Sin.
Yeah, so going for an aggressive jungler here potentially. Cho'Gath also being hovered. GA played a... Laning phase wasn't fantastic for GA, but after in the team fights, he did a fantastic job on that.
Oh, yeah.
Victor, wouldn't be surprised if he went back to it, although...
But into Ahri, we've seen Victor into Ahri not necessarily work out super well.
No, definitely is a difficult matchup, but looks to be just confident in his play. Of course, he played it into the LeBlanc, and LeBlanc is a very dangerous assassin in the own right, and it is Jarvan as well as Victor being picked up. And the insta-lock.
That is the most insta of insta-locks from a very bored-looking Name. How did he manage to move his fingers that quickly when he's just chilling out in his chair like that? But that is going to be the Name Kalista, which is very exciting to see.
Yeah, it certainly is, and I want to see what they couple it with from Zero. Isn't it aggressive support? Do they go for something extremely peel heavy like the Nami again? I definitely think that Zero's Nami is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
He played that last game very well. He even hit some very long-range tidal waves, and it looks like Cola... Aurelia, Jax, they're Cola champions. Goes for the Aurelia this time around. Much more exciting to see him on more of a mid-game bruiser as opposed to a late-game tank. I really think that is his play style. But in saying that, we've seen Aurelius be shut down very much. There is a reason she is starting to fall out of favor, and it's because she doesn't deal with the lane swap as well as these super tanks do.
And Aluka.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Maokai was banned away. How many options does he have? He's sort of looking at his options here. He's got 1 and 2, and he's going, oh, this one's unavailable. Let's go with this one. And there it is.
The Aluka thought process.
Yeah, the Aluka thought process. Is any of my champions available? Yes, pick one of them.
No, pick Hecarim.
Yeah.
As we see Mystic going towards a different kind of mid laning bully, this time with the Lucian. Of course, the Graves very renowned for his burst damage during the laning phase. Lucian more known for the ability to have these in and out trades that he can get in, dish out all of his damage through that passive, trade extremely well. And
that's going to be the lock-in here. Cola. What? Hang on. Where? What? That's the support Aurelia. Support Aurelia is happening here in the LPL today. Spawn, let's have some analysis.
Okay, so Equilibrium Strike is one of the longest CCs in the game.
Okay.
Very good. You can use the Blade Surge along with Targans to take out a caster creep. And then get a very good stun down. That's about all I got. That was the amount of research I put in because I didn't think I was going to have to cast it.
But it has actually come through just recently in competitive. But look, this is the first time that I've personally seen it. We'll see how it goes as we go over the lineups. And it's going to be a little bit more interesting this time as Luca up against Cola there. It's going to be the Sion into the Hecarim. This isn't interesting. But Spirit versus Insect, the Rengar versus the Jarvan, two very comfort picks from these junglers, and Gia again on this Victor into Korn's Ari. Very much a comfort pick for Korn. Name versus Mystic. Name on a shorter range carry here as well, but it's the next one that we're really looking for. Zero picks up the Aurelia into UJ's gem.
Yeah, so the support Aurelia Atlas. I'm really interested to see how this one works out, especially against two very slippery carries in the bottom lane, because Janna and Lucian. I don't know how it goes.
Well, let's find out as we hop onto the Rift. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with WE taking on Starhorn Royal Club. And we, again, have a support Aurelia. No worries. Okay. See how this game goes. As Cola, he's going to pick up that Hecarim into the top lane, into a Luca's Scion. And we'll see whether Spirit does put a little bit more pressure up there into the top side. But we can see so far, not very much early aggression here from either side.
Yeah, and 51 armor is the page that you run for the support Aurelia. Of course, ensuring that you have the most appropriate skin selected. That one looks fantastic.
Yep, nailed it. Frosty Aurelia. Luca going to be able to take down at least one auto attack on that ward before he walks away. Just walks so silly.
Does 66 AD. I'm trying to think how much base AD Aurelia normally has. I think that is her base, so there's nothing in offense. I think she's 21-9.
Oh, 0-21-9?
Yeah, 0-21-9.
So the full tank Aurelia paired with a Callista here as well. We'll see how that goes, because that's Aurelia with another form of CC in the Fate's Call.
Yeah, but I just don't know what else she offers as a support.
Interesting. Well, we're going to find out. Let's go on this journey together, shall we? As Mystic and UJ thinking about starting off these Krugs here as well. Aluka, of course, going to be battling these Raptors. Not going to have any trouble with it.
I'm surprised they're not jockeying for position around the Raptors here and just trying to throw any spell over the wall.
Yeah, and Korn, he has an opportunity. Orbit Deception is potentially there. You just like take down Scion. They could have got an early ward, but
because of course you do one of two things. You can either steal one of the little ones, which is very fun because he dies and doesn't get level 2, or you can, I guess, try and kill him before he goes for it. But once again, we see Aluka completely unharassed, able to pick up the camp, get his level 2. He'll now die fully and go back to base.
Yep, no problem. Insect not going to be able to grab his Raptors, but of course, a very dangerous camp at level 2, and he's going to head straight to this red buff. Actually, did he start the Rift Scuttler?
So he's...
What?
No, he started a jungle camp, but he didn't realize that Spirit was on his red buff, so Spirit's got the successful counter jungle away.
Oh, of course.
And now Insect, he didn't actually go for the red. He left it alone, so he's going to get 3 buff in the top lane. Kola in huge trouble.
Yeah, Kohler, there's the knock-up coming through here as well. Spirit's found him, the red buff's ticking away. The flash from Aluka, very aggressive. Spirit tanking up the tower. Aluka takes a bolt, but Kohler is going to be okay. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Insect shows up.
He has to know that Spirit started his red buff now. Needs to get into that jungle, and otherwise he's been 3 buffed.
He has. Does he have a buff yet?
No, he doesn't.
Not one. Hasn't managed to grab anything. Is going to head
Middle
back into his own
now.
jungle. Yeah, he has to know now that Spirit took his red.
Yeah, there's no other way. He knows that Spirit was top lane before 3 minutes with a red buff. That is exactly the sign that it's gone on, but he didn't opt to go to Spirit's red. Instead, went on excursion into the bottom lane and didn't get really much for it from his trouble. So he's going to be struggling now to, I guess, get the levels he needs. Of course, Rengar not very successful in his ganking path until that level 6.
Yeah, and now actually Spirit is going to be taking his red buff down. Doesn't have a whole lot of health, but can smite it to get a fair bit of it back as Kohler misses the cannon creep, but does make it back for this huge wave of experience in the top side. And Spirit unsuccessful in creating the lead that he managed to in the last game just yet. Insect going to pick up that Trailblazer as he heads back, and Aluka discovering what's going on. Very deep vision coming through from this Scion.
Yeah, so I like what he's done there. Of course, Spirit heading into the top lane so early helps Aluka out massively. So he goes back, grabs some more consumables, gets a potion for himself as well as a ward, and then wards very deep in Insect's jungle, so they're looking to see if they can catch Insect out. Of course, Rengar, not the strongest early jungle, and whenever he's on the top side of the map, they're going to know exactly where he is.
Yeah, Mystic taking a bit of poke damage here. As, again, Aluka trading brilliantly with Cola.
Aluka is smacking Cola in this top lane. He's just got a fully charged Q down onto him as well as an E. Did miss the cannon creep, which I know you aren't a big fan of, Atlas.
It bothers me a lot. I know the feeling, though, as Insect's going to be able to take away these Raptors. Korn completely out of mana. Now, Gravity Field not going to quite find the damage as this lane going the opposite direction to what it did in the last series.
And in the bottom lane, Name extremely low.
Yeah, Yuja actually just firing auto attacks at him. There's the passive to come down. Mystic very, very aggressive. First blood going to Mystic here on the bottom side. Zero trying to take him down. There's a blade surge. Beautiful heal from Mystic as Spirit comes over the wall. Zero is in a whole lot of trouble. He has managed to take down the Lucian. No slow to come through. Flag and Drag Spirit's looking for it here. As there's the Equilibrium Strike. Zero trying to get somewhere. Not entirely sure where, and he's just going to die.
Yeah, so in the end, Lucian gets a kill. Callista does not, so that's huge on the bottom half of the map. And another fully charged up Q.
Yeah, and Cola taking so much damage. That Soul Furnace is not doing a tickle. Like, that is a fair bit of damage onto this horse, who's not all that tanky in the early stages of the game. That's the difference between Sion and Hecarim here. Hecarim needs the items.
Yeah, it certainly does seem to be that way as we have Insect helping trim the bottom wave and takes...
Unstoppable Onslaught actually used. Gets the damage onto Cola as well, who just devastatingly charges Aluka out of there, but message sent yet again. Aluka has got something to prove this game.
Yeah, he certainly does, and looking to catapult his team to an early advantage. 13 CS is the lead. He's forced him out of lane. He's going to miss 2 waves. Has to use his teleport back into this lane. Extremely lucky that it came back up, and will be able to get back in there. Only has a Ruby Crystal. Maybe he should have even gone Boots too, because I have a feeling, Cola, you're going to be running back to lane fairly often.
Yeah, and of course having the devastating charge and a home guard as well means it's very easy to do just that, but you do need to actually have those home guards to make that one work out, as Name and Zero are able to push up this wave. She manages to get a pink ward over the wall there as well, so they're going to be able to spot out what Insect is going to be doing, and Mystic continues to clear out here as Yuja walking very far forward. And actually Mystic looking for the kill here, does get stunned up, but Zero going down low. Name's just going to die to Mystic, who has the BF sword. He's gone down very, very low. Beautiful Eye of the Storm going to be used. The double kill. 2v2 in the bottom lane. And Mystic just makes it look easy.
Yeah, it certainly does. As Korn going to use his Spirit Rush potentially to get over the wall. He's looking for a kill there.
Jie is coming around the side, though. Spirit Rush only with one more charge left as the Death Ray looks for the Ahri, but just going to be able to pick up the farm.
Yeah, so not willing to dive, didn't want to give up another kill, and Spirit Rush used. A lot of farm in the mid lane now going to go over to Jie, who's going to be able to make that hit turret. Across the board, Starhorn look like they're in a complete disarray.
Yeah, and World Elite 4-1 now, already with a very early 2,500 gold lead. World Elite are just... It's not necessarily that Royal Club look like they're in that much of a disarray. It's the fact that World Elite are playing really, really well.
I'm not
sold.
Or isn't
it? You're not sold? Okay.
There is a support Aurelia that is in a lane that is 1 and 4.
Interesting. Maybe some Demacia cut type stuff to come through. Here is Korn going to try and charm up those minions in order to eke out as much farm as he can, but you can see Jie with a massive lead in this mid lane. Aluka with some vision down as well. Insect does leap onto him as well. Does have a whole lot of empowered stuff here as... There's the ult.
Oh, the gank into mid lane at the same time.
Finds it. I don't think he got the knock up there as actually Zero looking for it. Yep, the Ignite going to find it. Oh, the Chaos Storm not quite able to move far enough. He's going to get the flash out of corners. Now Jie might die here as well. Aluka did survive. So I'm not entirely sure how that worked. But,
Zero picks up another kill. So 2 kills over for Zero there. The carry Aurelia coming through, but this time from the support position as Name probably, ooh, good trade back in the end, though now in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, there's the Howling Gale as well, forcing Name to move backwards here as well, and Mystic picks up another one. Zero not quite there in time, but Yuja turns up perfectly.
Yeah, and 4-1-1. Lucian completely where he wants to be. Mystic has started to impress, has boots too already.
Name died with his heal up as well. Interesting. Korn, very, very low, but he's going to be able to head back. Spirit, ooh, almost stabbing him in the head there, but didn't manage to find it. As Luca just going to clear out this top wave. Still with a lead even after all those shenanigans in the mid lane. And World Elite staying ahead.
Yeah. In the bottom lane, you can see a little bit of a gank brush maybe set up for World Elite. Spirit is looking for a gank in the mid lane in the meanwhile. Oh, Zero with double buff going in the bottom lane. Was forced back. Aurelia with double buffs, of course, extremely strong. How it works out as support Aurelia, I have no idea.
Yep, we'll see. See what he builds as well, whether it'll just be full tank, whether he's going to try and build the support Trinity Force. That'd be a slow one. There's Insect hanging around here on the bottom side. They do sweep that brush, know that there's no one in that one, but Gia and Spirit are still waiting around. Korn wants to push up this wave, make sure that they can't perform any funny business. Dragon not to go down just yet.
Looking for such a deep invade onto Insect, who just burns the flash and hightails it out of there.
Yeah, no, yeah, he very much did not want to meet the members of World Elite, is what I was going to say. I couldn't really quite find the superlative for it, but I got there in the end. Korn going to be able to take down these Raptors as Cola. He's going to get knocked up by a fully charged Q yet again. The Soul Furnace going to get the damage. Yes, it is.
But he's starting to farm very freely in the top lane. That is one thing you have to say. And if you're going to have an extremely farm Sion or Hecarim, I actually don't know who wins out on that one because Hecarim is such a good late game if you can get towards it as Name.
Oh my goodness, taking so much damage. Mystic with the piercing light picks up another one in the bottom lane. 5-1-1 to the 0-4-1 Name. And I have no idea what's going on with the Royal Club lineup, but man, Mystic just decimating here on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, that's just completely inexcusable, getting solo killed out yet again as we have the Aurelia.
Yeah, Thrill of the Hunt coming through here. Doesn't actually get locked up as Spirit for some reason jumps into that one. That was an odd maneuver. The Chaos Storm was there. Insect didn't quite fall down. Royal Club do manage to find some success. And you have to say, the rest of the map actually going all right.
Yeah, going very well. And I think at this point, if you're Royal Club, you have to take a serious look at who your AD carry is and say, do we give the farm over to Aurelia?
That is a good point. 3-2-1. That is 75% of the team's kills on the support Aurelia.
And 4 of 4 kill participation. Zero making it work somehow. It's just not working for the lane, which I guess maybe they were hoping that the lane swap would come through. I don't know what the idea behind it was, although with a Hecarim top lane, maybe that's not the case because you want to get as much farm on him as possible. And you have to say that Cola really has done a better job of cleaning that gap.
Yeah, there's the Fates call down in the bottom side of the map. UJ going to use that Monsoon just to get some health back. As Zero just bursting down Mystic, forcing the flash. The Ignite's going to be enough. And this support Aurelia picks up another kill.
Yeah, has very high bases, does Aurelia, which is why she can afford to sit on just Trinity Force all game, because does a lot of spell damage. Of course, that Hiten style, very good. I can talk about the base values of Aurelia 5 because I'm used to that. She's a top laner. But as for the support qualities, maybe it's just you can kill people really well.
Yeah, well, it seems like her all-in is working out quite well here, and you can see maxing that Equilibrium strike there as well, making sure that that stun is up as often as possible. Korn going to use that Foxfire to clear out this wave. Gia and Spirit are going to get caught out. Zero again! Onslaught of Shadows onto the squishy Victor. Royal Club pick up another one. Insect, he's not done. Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's going to get out.
Cola KSing that one away from Zero. Have to have a word with him. But that was a very good roam coming through. He has gone boots too. Picks up the Merc Treads fairly early as well as a Shroud. So even though he's going very close to even in this lane, not going for the Trinity Force build. Wants to be tanky early. Needs to be able to deal with the Victor. There's nothing worse than the feeling of diving into a mid laner and dying.
Yep.
So doesn't want to take all that upfront burst damage. So see how that one works out. I think he is far enough, like close enough in this game that he could have gone for the Trinity Force. Actually ahead in gold with that kill, but doesn't make that decision.
But Mystic is still 1,500 gold ahead. So that is a big deal. But can Lucian carry this one for World Elite? Because you have to think that this game is now firmly on his shoulders.
Yeah, it certainly is. And we see in the bottom lane, Fate's call again.
Yeah, Zero going in on a Mystic here one more time. Doesn't quite have the amount of burst damage that he had before as the exhaust comes through onto Name. There's the culling, the teleport from Sion. Name's going to fall down, doesn't get the Ren damage as the knock-up to come through, fully charged Q. There's the ult coming down as well. Mystic trying to get some damage in. The turnaround, Insect comes down, picks up at least one kill. Cola looking for it, doesn't have the ult, but will have a lot of extra damage. As Yujay, you are most definitely dead. Aluka just wants some attention from the members of Royal Club. As Insect, he's now going to turn around. Gio going to use the, oh my goodness, the charm onto Spirit as he comes in, but now World Elite trying to turn this one around. Spirit Rush from corner. Aluka finally down to a health percentage that is looking like he might die at some point this game. As there's the Chaos Storm. Insect gonna fall down. Aluka still alive. Jie, he's dead. And Royal Club, they clean up the kills, but Aluka is still alive.
Yeah, Aluka lives through it, but everyone else died. That was a 4 for, I think, 3 in the end. So team fight in favor of Royal Club, and Insect dancing in and out of those brushes, making sure that he was getting maximum damage off without really putting himself in the danger zone.
Danger zone.
I am so happy right now because Insect went back, he grabbed himself a pickaxe, he grabbed himself a longsword. We saw the tank Rengar. I wasn't impressed personally, but straight back to the Assassin.
And is he going to build a Last Whisper as his first item here?
He can build whatever he likes as long as it has the AD stat.
Yeah, okay, good. So Ravenous Hydra first.
Yeah, it could potentially be a team at. Look, he clears the jungle extremely well. His ganks become meaningful. I think that the best Rengar build really is if you go that Youmuu's Ghostblade nice and early and get the double brutalizers into your build through the Warriors as well as the Youmuu's, because it just does so much damage to these squishy targets like Mystic. Even though he's very far ahead, wouldn't really stand much a chance against the squishy members. And maybe he just wants to still be able to do relevant damage to Aluka, who has got the Sunfire, has got the Glacial Shroud already. So if he goes the Last Whisper, he'll cut through a lot of that.
Yeah, and opting in for the Sunfire cape here, of course, was against a Maokai in the last game. Jie is still able to clear out these minions very, very effectively. This turret under a little bit of threat here, and Cola taking more harassment. Of course, that W going to help keep him a bit healthy here. Aluka, though, just smacking on him. Manages to get a whole lot of damage down, and Cola, stop ignoring him. Oh, blows the ultimate. Doesn't find anything here as Sion, a hilarious champion just in general. More damage coming through from the E, but Aluka managing to get it down. Insect in a lot of trouble here as well. Fate's Call onto, oh my goodness, Spirit actually cataclysming Insect to death here as Name trying to use that Martial Poise. Does end up flashing out of the way. Mystic not going to find too much. That turret, of course, not there just yet. Piercing Light does find 0 just in the backside, but World Elite are going to have to back off. They do pick up the kill, though. Yeah, they pick up the kill in the top lane. Completely forced backwards, Cola, so Aluka going to be able to take down the turret as well. And that was just a little bit poor execution coming through from Royal Club. They committed very hard with the ultimate out of Rengar, but no one else could follow up on it. Of course, there still is that huge 7-kill discrepancy for the AD carries, and even though the Blade of the Ruin King is being finished off by Name, not really doing the damage he would like to be at this point in the game. Yeah, and when there's so many members down there as well, probably wishing that he had that Hurricane in his back pocket as well for the AoE damage, but of course, not a whole lot with just that item. And we'll see what he decides to build up next, because we have seen the single target Kalista builds work with quite a fair bit of success too. Yeah, I definitely think it is valid against double tank compositions, and that's exactly what they're running. So something along the lines of getting... See, but then I don't like Blade of the Ruin King in the build. I really do prefer the Infinity Edge into the Phantom Dancer if you're going to go a single target build. Okay. So we'll see what he does elect for. I think he will go for the double lifesteal, go for the Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster. No, actually, proves everyone wrong. Probably going to be a Hurricane. Okay. Or it could be the Phantom Dancer, just building it as if he's Vayne. Who knows? Who knows? Vayne without true damage. Yeah. Hey, but with a Rend. Yeah. That's fine. Dragon up in 10 seconds. Yeah, he's actually got a few points in that Soul Furnace here as well, does Aluka. Exciting stuff. Of course, doesn't really matter what a Sion maxes. All of his abilities still just do stuff, don't they, in a team fight? I think they were trying to show us the bonus health, which is about 221 at this point in the game. Ah, of course. I just couldn't read. That's okay. I don't have my glasses on. You're the one with the glasses here. We have to share, ladies and gentlemen, and I just don't have mine.
As we see WE posturing very aggressively around this, I like Aluka's position. He's on the other side of the river, but that's the initiation area, Atlas.
That's the go point. He's not actually coming through with the ultimate just yet. We haven't heard the gong, as it were. As the members of Royal Club, they can't really see where
they completely abandoned it. As soon as they saw Aluka on that side of the river, they know he can get across it.
Everyone knows Aluka is a very, very dangerous threat on World Elite and has been forever.
So we see them completely give it up. It was actually the Tiamat that came through from Rengar, by the way.
Yeah.
So looking to clear out that jungle extremely quickly. Has some very real assassination threat. As Zero doing his best to clear out this wave. And the flank coming through. Team fight on.
Yeah, Thrill Hunt has been activated here as Cola's looking for his way in. Gravity Field just to try and disengage. Everyone looking very alarmed here as Korn. He's going to get aggressed on, but Spirit just gets destroyed immediately. Aluka looking to try and CC up this fight as GA manages to get some damage down, and the members of Royal Club are getting torn apart, but a double kill already here for the Kalista as Name's dancing around this one. Mystic is, of course, still alive. The Death Ray doing a whole lot of work, and Insect so squishy, but somehow managing to survive, and it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Royal Club.
Yeah, 2-for-1. Name gets some return damage.
Oh my goodness. Zero looking to try and pick something up here as the gravity field means that Royal Club can't progress any further into this fight. GA probably doesn't want to position himself that far forward. Of course, he's... Oh my gosh, was that an Ardent Blaze?
It was, yep.
Okay, not bad. Nicely done, Mystic. My gosh.
They're going to be able to pick up the turret, I think. No, actually backing away, so Name will clear out that wave. A very well-fought team fight by both teams in the end. A good initiation. Aluka's first devastating smash was hilarious because he thought Insect was going to jump on someone, so he just did it behind him in hope that he would get one of them. In the end, didn't get either. Starhorn very patient with that, and this Ari starting to get going, but more importantly, a couple of kills went over onto Name, meaning although he's 30 CS and still 7 kills behind, is starting to pick up some gold. Don't even know why I'm speaking. He's still 3,000 gold behind.
Yeah, most definitely is. That's a 9-3-2 Mystic. And Mystic picked up a couple of kills in that fight there too. But of course, kills only spread over Spirit and Mystic so far on the World Elite lineup. But Mystic able to transition the money that he's managed to earn into competitive stats here for his team, just because those team fights are working out quite nicely. And his Ardent Blaze aim seems to be definitely on point.
As another gank into this mid lane.
Yeah, Thrill of the Hunt has been popped. There's the gravity field down as the Chaos Storm not going to do anything. And my God, that burst damage was insane.
Well, Insect's picked himself up another 3 long swords.
Oh my goodness.
So he's probably going towards another Brutalizer and then the Last Whisper after that. So the
or a Ravenous Hydra.
Aggressive, yeah, potential Ravenous Hydra, although he doesn't really do much with lifesteal, to be honest, Rengar. He's much more about the base stats and uses the Tiamat to reset the auto. That's a really important bit. The auto Q Hydra, or in this case, Tiamat, very strong.
Whoa, the damage onto Name there doesn't manage to get any of the bolts of the culling. The spear, though, from Spirit picks up the kill, and Zero's going to die at the same time. Mystic grabbing that one, and Mystic with a Phantom Dancer Infinity Edge and now the Vampiric Scepter as well is a big deal.
Yeah, it certainly is, and they're going on to the Baron already, 22 minutes in.
Rengar's in the bottom lane.
No way that they are able to stop this if they are Starhorn Royal Club, and Baron going to go over. Yeah, Rengar's in the bottom lane, but he used his ultimate. He got a kill. He did his job. It really was about the rest of his team getting caught out, because if his ultimate's down, what can he actually do in a team fight? He's an assassin Rengar.
That's true, and Aluka actually just going to teleport to this bottom side, able to stop the split push as well, so nothing going to come from this, and an easy Baron for World Elite. This game is falling out of the hands of Royal Club very quickly. Gia still very squishy with the Morellonomicon and that Hex Core. He's going to try and take away this blue buff, does manage to get it. Now wants to be clearing out some of these minion waves, and Mystic now buffing up these minions, and Name probably doesn't want to be within a screen's length of Mystic right now.
Yeah, definitely does not. Another BF sword coming through. He's a beast at this point in the game. Going to be able to push through this mid lane. Maybe even look to get further aggressive in here. As you see, Insect, he's gone into full farm carry mode in the top lane now, and he did actually finish up his Hydra, so you were correct. That is the item choice.
Okay, and when Insect's following my advice, you know something's going wrong here for Royal Club. The inner turret is going to fall down. As the Chaos Storm is going to try and take away this blue buff. Does manage to get any of the bolts of the culling. The spear, though, from Spirit picks up the kill, and Zero's going to die at the same time. Mystic grabbing that one, and Mystic able to transition the money that he's managed to earn into competitive stats here for his team, just because those team fights are working out quite nicely. And his Ardent Blaze aim seems to be definitely on point.
As another gank into this mid lane.
And World Elite continue the push as there's a lot of minions now. Transcendent Blade's not going to really do too much to these buffed up melee creeps who have a lot of health. World Elite now trying to get all the damage that they can down. The Siege minion might actually be able to finish this one off. You can see this tower already at such low health. Aluka holding onto that ultimate, can pop that one if they want to engage anything. He hasn't lost too much health as Orbit Deception, not going to find too much. The gravity fields coming through from GA have been really, really strong this game.
Yeah, potentially Insect as well as Cola looking for another flank. They see the ward there, so they go outside of the base. Insect's in behind them, but they're just going to lose the inhibitor.
Insect, yeah, it does have the potential to do a bit of AoE damage after he jumps in, but he'd just die instantly.
Yeah, well, he is legitimately just going to try and kill Mystic. He's waiting for Mystic to be anywhere near by himself. And then Insect is going to pounce, not unlike a cat.
Yeah, okay.
And just try and kill him.
Well, we'll see whether he manages to. Of course, he's on the wrong side of the map for it now. As Name's just trying to clear out whatever creeps he can find. Being shut out of this game, you have to think. Korn does have 3 items now, the Abyssal Scepter, Morellonomicon, and of course that Void Staff. 3-0 and 5. So Korn again having a very good performance this game.
Oh, he certainly is. Korn and Zero really are the shining lights at the moment for Royal Club. Cola even having an okay performance. Has been the questionable item build out of Insect as they fight starts.
Yeah, there's the ult. The Fate's Call onto Zero here as well just to get him out of it as Spirit's going to get knocked up. Gravity Field's there as well. So much deterring or sort of zoning CC to come through from World Elite, and they do manage to take down the inner turret. Only one more of those available. And Dragon's live. They may actually have a look at this now.
Yeah, so they're just going to take the Dragon away, and this will be, I think, their second of the game.
Yep.
So be able to pick that one up, and they do in very quick order. There's a lot of armor. Is that a perfect hex core already coming through?
Yeah, that was his second item.
He's 0, 5, and 3, but that just adds so much utility to his kit. He's very much facilitating the Mystic carry this time around, you feel, using the gravity field for all the zoning potential, trying to get his ultimate across as many people as possible.
And the Chaos Storm will also stand more of a chance of following Name as well with the extra 20% speed. Which could be a thing.
Yeah, definitely like that. Respect exactly what he's going for there. And he's gone even CDR boots. So you can see he's not going for the big carry Xerath build this time. Xerath, because he's not playing Xerath.
Yep.
Victor build this time. He's going for more of, I guess, supportive. Allow my other teammates to get in there and really do their job.
Yeah, and of course that Hex Core gives you a whole lot of AP here as well. So it's not just the augmentations that come down, it's the scaling AP, it's the flat AP that you get as well. So it is a brilliant item. It's probably, isn't it the item with the most sort of AP for a single item?
Yep.
By level 18? Pretty ridiculous. Anyway, Cola sort of milling about here in the jungle, wondering where to go. Zero probably should start farming now. And get to the point where they've got sort of like 3 sort of melee carries type things. Is
the best team comp.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know whether it's good. This might be a thing. Who knows? There's an Unstoppable Onslaught coming through somewhere. Looking for Korn, maybe. Let's find a bit of CC as Orbit Deception goes a little bit wide. Gravity Field there as well. Doesn't find Name as the World Elite trying to push.
3 members behind them. They can potentially go in, but they don't choose to.
No, I'm not going to find anything. As UJ just sort of wiping the path after him.
I think that was GA. And yeah,
he's just GA, sorry. A little bit similar are those names. Yeah, he was covering his footprints is what he was doing. Transcendent Blade from Zero looking for some sort of engagement here, but Zero's just going to get Fate Called back here as well. Nice CC lined up here as Cola. He's going to take out Mystic in this fight. Insect's going to die as well as the decimating smash from Aluka trying to find some targets, but not really finding anyone. It's Name with a lot of damage here coming through from the backside. Only onto Aluka though, because of course the Mega Tank there in the front line. This is going to be a massive rend when it comes through. Cola destroying the members of World Elite. Spirit forced to flash away. Aluka finally almost dead in that passive form, and the ace comes through for Royal Club.
No, Spirit does live. And really, you look at Insect's item build, you look at his score, and you think, what are you doing? He just caused so many people to collapse on him. Spirit only Cataclysm Insect in that fight because he launched himself at GA, even burnt his flash to try and stay on top. What did that mean? Korn, who is the true carry of this team, flew through the front of the team, ripped them apart. So much AoE damage. Can't underestimate what Cola is doing on this Hecarim as well now. Nice and tanky, going in for that Trinity Force. Let's take another look at it. So watch where Insec is. They kind of split. So Cola comes in from the front as well as Zero, and so much damage comes out. And then Insec on the back line is just being so annoying and frustrating. Sure, he goes down, but at that point, they've used so much, and Name's really starting to ramp up. Korn is doing his job. Persistent damage coming through there. Unfortunately, does get hit by that devastating smash, and that's what ultimately cost him his life because he was CC'd for a little bit too long. But all the while, we've talked about how Kallistas, if they get going in these team fights, the more auto attacks, the bigger the Rend gets. That was a pretty devastating Rend.
Yeah, it was beautifully played here for Royal Club. It's bought them some more time as well. Bottom lane inhibitor has respawned. Of course, didn't manage to get the turret in the mid lane at the same time. World Elite looking for the respawn of this Baron. No vision available for Royal Club. World Elite going to start it off immediately as Zero. Now going to have an opportunity to get a ward in here. World Elite, are they going to immediately peel off? They are. The teleport to come through from Royal Club. They're looking to make some form of play as Insec. Oh, the charm landing on a Spirit here as well, but he's very tanky. No slow's going to land apart from UJ's, which is, of course, targeted. Definitely much more handy. The ultimate now on cooldown for Aluka. I didn't even really see that one go off. As, okay, maybe a little bit more stoppable than the name would otherwise imply.
So Aluka trades his ultimate for Korn, which in the end is a massive win for WE because Aluka can still do his job without his ultimate, be this big melee absorb who's trying to disrupt the fight. However, you would say that is not true as they're trying to fly onto Insec again. He had to use his ultimate.
Yeah, Thrill the Hunt is down. Name dodges out of the way of the slow as Aluka. He gets stunned up, but I wouldn't bother doing any damage to him. As he does have the Banshee's Veil and the Frozen Heart as well as his initial... Oh my goodness, the face check from Cola. He just gets immediately destroyed. The Cataclysm on Insect now as well. He's trapped in the pit. The Chaos Storm onto the Kitty, and this has gone so badly already. Aluka flying forward with the ultimate that already came back up. The Fate's Call is going to get Zero to safety as he's saying, I just want to get the heck out of here. They lose 2 members so quickly.
Yeah, they certainly do, and the outright face check coming through from the Hecarim. Now adding another death in there, and 20 seconds, you would think that will be another Baron going over to WE.
Yeah, easily going to be able to take this one down. Nothing Royal Club can do without any of their, I was going to say tanky members, without their one tanky member. Well, Zero's still alive. I guess he's there as well. He's got Face of the Mountain and that Giant's Belt here as well. Name has completed the last Whisper, but doesn't want to be anywhere near this World Elite lineup. So he's going to head down to the bottom side of the map to try and take down this outer turret, the last remaining on the map here for World Elite. He is going to get out of there. So that's a huge stack of minions here as well that WE are going to need to attend to.
And they're looking to catch Name out. Actually, Spirit's got him.
Oh, Spirit has found him here as well as Insec in the top side of the map. Let's have a look down on this bottom side as there's the flag and drag. Fate's Call not quite off cooldown just yet. It's very, very close as Aluka finds Name with the ult. The exhaust is there as well, and that's another 2 kills for World Elite.
Yeah, and questionable back positioning there coming through from Name of all things. Just choosing the wrong brush, and because of the timing between it going down, Spirit just checked it. Took a lot of damage himself, but he's pretty tanky at this point. The team was able to move in and clean up.
Yeah, and that's a 10,000 gold lead. Well, 9,000 gold lead now for World Elite. They can just head up to this inhibitor as well. 20 seconds on Name, 10 seconds on Zero. Mystic just making a beeline.
Yeah, exactly right. He's in there already. He's so strong at this point in the game. Going for that last Whisper as his last item. Recognize that there wasn't that much armor that he really had to deal with. They're going in.
Yeah, Thrill the Hunt looking for a relentless pursuit to try and get Mystic out of trouble, but he's just fighting on the gravity field. Nothing that Royal Club can do about it is Korn. Now in a whole lot of trouble in the backline. Mystic picks it up with a light slinger. And that's a double kill already. Aluka still massive on this frontline. Spirit looking to come into this fight here as well as the flash from Name going to get him to safety. Triple kill for Mystic. And World Elite, they're going to be able to take the game off this.
Yeah, it certainly looks like that will be the 2-0 for WE. Coming up absolutely huge. And on the back of their new AD, who really has started to step up.
Yeah, Mystic looking absolutely gigantic. The Nexus falls down. I have to give that to Aluka, though. He managed to catch a Callista with the Unstoppable Onslaught, and I haven't seen many of these Scion ults hit the targets perfectly, but that one was perfect.
Yeah, it certainly was a very good ultimate, but Mystic coming up against Name knocks him off the Jinx. Able to take it to him in the lane when he gets the Kalista. You saw how insta-locked that was by Name. He doesn't look very happy right now.
No, he wants to get out of here.
Another very... not a great series coming through again.
Yeah, it was questionable performance, but you have to give it to World Elite. They played beautifully. Jie, again, plays these team fights so incredibly well. That last fight, the gravity field just at Mystic's feet, so that if anyone dived onto him, they would just CC'd consistently.
Yeah, it just did so much work and adapted his build, was just performing phenomenally across the series. Even though Korn had a fantastic showing, the rest of the team very inconsistent around him.
Yeah, but that is going to be the 3 points going to World Elite. There is still one more matchup for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to have a short break. We'll be back very soon.